Hi everyone, today I wanted to record a little video about leveling guide because I know many people are still wondering what's the best leveling guide. So I just have my planner here. I'm gonna go over the planner and explain you very quickly how it plays, how you do this, how you do that. And yeah, for every technical like what's the best and stuff, we got the shit here from my friend Rax. I'm gonna link his Google Doc that is very well done. In the description, you will be able to see exactly the step to go from 1 to 60 and even to T1. But for me, I'm gonna mostly focus on the build on the Sorc because I think leveling is very straightforward now. You just go 1 to 60 easily. They made everything just very easily. So yeah, so we're gonna watch quickly some showcase. This is me. On the early access, nothing really changed. The gameplay is gonna remain the same. This season, the best build still gonna be Firewall, but it's gonna be chosen by Familia and Hydra. We already had Hydra in the past, but now with Familia, it's even stronger. It's very chill to play. There are other builds on the Sorc that are maybe as good, maybe more damage, but overall, this build is still the best because as you can see, you just cast and run, and that's make you gain a lot of time. In comparison, build like Incinerate, you have to channel the spell and you cannot run like this. On this showcase, if you look, you wanna cast Hydra, have two Hydra, and a Familiar, and then you run, and then you lay down a Firewall to kill the monster that would survive. And that's it. We don't even have our enchantment here. And the leveling, you just follow the campaign for Vessel of Hatred, and everyone will have to play the campaign once to unlock the Mercenary, the new activity. Don't forget to do your Sorc quests, that's gonna unlock Fireball Enchant, but we're gonna go over the planner for that. I will show that to you in the planner. But yeah, as you can see, I don't even have any gear on me. I'm just full naked. I recommend everyone to play on normal, even if you already play the game. Playing normal is just more efficient, in my opinion. I'm gonna stream everything tonight. You will be able to see the replay on YouTube. If you watch this video and you haven't played and you wanna see exactly what I do, I'm gonna follow exactly my build on Twitch. So yeah, this was the first showcase. We're gonna watch this one quickly. This is very quick one. I'm gonna show you the items that you're gonna choose. Because many people are wondering what gear should I take? What gear should I wear? What's the affix priority? The answer is it doesn't really matter. Leveling is just really easy now. If you follow the build and the skill tree and you just run and cast your spell, it should be enough. So just as an example here, I've killed the goblin and here, look at my stuff. I literally have nothing. This is the beginning build. And what you want to do is, when you compare two gear, if there are a lot of green number, and you like the affix for your class, it's gonna be armor, intelligence, mark type, stuff like this, you're just gonna switch. You're not gonna overthinking about that. Like this one was green number, I didn't even see, and I just switched. Like, it's more armor, you get more intelligence, you just switch, you don't overthink about that. And let's go forward. Let's see. You get the cinders. He was the Helltide. Like maybe people are gonna watch the video after the campaign if you wanna play again and leveling another character. Helltide is probably the best in group. And you're gonna open the chest. As you can see, the XP bar. That's gonna give you some XP. That's also gonna give you rewards that you can wear. And yeah, I think I'm gonna wear this one because clean number is the rule. Like I don't even remember. Like I'm not thinking too much about that. But just wear it. So we're gonna break down a little bit the build so you might understand better we're gonna go over the gear first. This is all the aspect that I put, but during my leveling, I never ever got all the aspects, so it doesn't matter. If you get the aspect, you can just imprint it if you have the material for that, but otherwise it doesn't matter. So this one is just to help with your mana, but with the recent patch, it's not even needed anymore. This one's gonna cap your armor. You don't need to press evade that much. So it's three aspects to give you more toughness. This one is very important. If you have one, you really wanna imprint, or if you drop a weapons or a gear that have this, you wanna use it because you will be able to have one additional Hydra. So you're gonna be able to have three Hydra, and that's what is one of the best aspects you can get for leveling. This one doesn't matter, just more damage against dazed enemy. This one is just for you to run faster, but it just whatever. I just put some aspects to give you some headline about what aspect to use. Aspect of elemental constellation, if you really want to use this one, if you find it, it's a new aspect, and it's really gonna help you on single targets. It's a lot of damage on single target on boss. That's gonna really help if you can find it. I recommend you to use the two weapons. It's a lot more damage, and use the aspect of constellation of it if you can. And this three doesn't matter. You don't really loot a lot of amulet and ring. Just try to get intelligence, cooldown, attack speed, stuff like this that's gonna help the class. And yeah, control also help. Conceited and creeping death is just a little bit more damage, but you don't really need that. On the runes for the season 6, you can use this one that's gonna cast some meteorites. That's very cool. That's gonna help every time you evade. That's really cool. That's gonna help you with leveling. And yeah, this one's gonna give you some DR, but you don't have to worry too much about the runes. You can just use whatever you find. I don't even socket my gear. I just put that if some people, if you want to perfect your gear and stuff, you can use some gems. On the skill tree, we have a little bit of change since it's new season, and we have new skill. You're gonna put 2 points in Arclash to begin. If you remember on my first showcase, I was using Arclash because if you start a new game, you will have access to Firewall, Familiar, and Hydra. So you have to use Arclash as you begin. Then 3 points in Fireball because that's gonna be your enchant. The quest line of the Sorc is level 15. Elemental Dominance. Wait, I have a leveling path here. Don't forget to check mark this. And this is the order where you're gonna spec. This is the exact order that I use to spec into the build. So for example, I click 2 here, 1, 2, 3 here. I don't think I click this one. Maybe I click it once and it's gonna give you the exact order about where you wanna put your points. Flame Shield gonna help you a lot. That's gonna save you if you're in trouble. Teleports for mobility. Ice Shield to give you more toughness, but Glass Cannon is for more damage. You have Hydra, your main skill that you wanna max because that's gonna deal a lot of damage, which is a Conjuration. Familiar also a Conjuration. Only 1 point in Familiar because the damage gonna come from the enhanced aspect, the burning from the Familiar. So you only need 1 point. This is more defense. This one very important, that's gonna synergize with Hydra and Familiar, gonna buff your damage, your movement speed, your mana regeneration. Get some toughness here. Firewall, one of your main spell. Basically, when you press 3 Hydra, if you get the aspect, and Familiar, you don't have charge anymore, you wanna press Firewall, because enemy gonna take more damage from your burning damage. So Firewall is more like a support. This is gonna give you more damage. Research help a bit on the mana, and this one very important, warmth. For when enemy are burning around you, that's gonna just regenerate your life, almost make you invincible. Like this aspect, this this passive is very huge now. This is helping you with your damage. This is gonna help you with mana and damage. This is the new one that's gonna buff your damage too, and this gonna give you cooldown. And this one's gonna buff your burning damage. I think that's it. We don't have a Paragon board because It's a leveling build. Leveling build is going from 1 to 60. And to recap my plan for this season, I have only 4 builds. Why 4 build? Every build has a purpose. I try to pick the best build of the season for the Sorc. If you wanna follow them, that's gonna make your life a lot easier because it's supposed to be the strongest build. So you're gonna play this one first from 1 to 60. When you reach level 60, you're gonna start tempering your gear and try to get some aspect, try to get toughness and stuff. Then you're gonna do the pits 20, I think, to enter T1. When you reach T1, you will start targeting farming for this build. This build is T1 to T4, 1 to 60, T1 to T4, very straightforward. You're gonna start playing this build. This build is probably the best one from T1 to T4. I personally test this build on the early access. It was really strong, really fast. I don't see any downside of the build. The gear to farm is pretty easy. You will need to target farm in priority, Fractured Winterglass and Talrasha. You get that on Lord Zir, this one on Vashan, but you can find all this resource on, I'm gonna put some link in the description that's gonna make it easier for you. And yeah, you just try to get the uniques to get the build working. Once you get the unique, you gonna start farming from T1 to T4. So the plan is from T1 to T4, you want to get more power. And what's the best way to do that? The best way to do that is to farm the pits so you can level up your glyph, and you're going to mix that with the hordes. The horde is the best way to get the XP now. So you're going to alternate between the hordes and the pits to get your glyph level 46 to be able to go to T3. When you are in T3, what we plan to do, we plan to do farming mythical unique. As you can see here, I have a version here with mythical unique. This is the starter without mythical that you can play in T1. When you're gonna reach T3, you're gonna start farming Uber bosses in T3 because that's have more chance to loot mythical unique in T3. You're gonna start farming them, and once you get this gear, you will be able to go to T4 and finally reach the endgame. You will be Paragon maybe 200 at this moment. You're gonna go in T4, and that's gonna be your endgame. That's supposed to be the hardest content in the game. And you finally wanna switch to my top meta build. This one is the top meta build of the season. For the moment, it's my guess. It's what I think. It might be wrong. It might be true, but that's what I'm going to do. So you gonna chase for these items, these runes. I'm gonna do a full breakdown and showcase when we get to that. But yeah, you get the idea. And then when you get this gear, if you wanna play more and challenge yourself and push the pits, this gonna be the last, very last version of all my build to push the pits. The elemental constellation, we don't know if it's gonna get nerf or not. If it's not, if it's not nerf, I'm gonna update the whole build. If it's nerf, I'm just gonna do another version of the build. The thing is, we don't know yet, so it's not fully updated, but it's gonna be up to date when you come to here. It might be a lightning speed pushing version, or it might still be elemental constellation build. I don't know yet. The game is not launched yet. When the game launch, it's just gonna be updated to be the best speed pushing version according to me. But for the moment, we don't know. So let's summarize quickly for you. This is the first build to 60. Then you switch to this one from T1 to T3 or T4. When you get all the gear, you're gonna chase for the ultimate top meta build, that is this one. If you want to push the pits and try harder and want to challenge yourself, you're going to play this one, the last one, that is for only pit pushing. You're not going to play this build in general. This one is only for pit push as mentioned here. Otherwise, if you just want to farm T4, help your friend, you're going to play this one. And again, if you need some help, about leveling stuff for me, you just gonna do the quest of Vessel of Hatred, you're just gonna do the quest line, the campaign, you're just gonna follow all the quests. But if you need more help, I'm gonna link my friend Rock's sheets that gonna detail everything for you step by step. It's very well done, high quality. He also have one for the people that doesn't have expansion because not everyone is going to play Vessel of Hatred. So yeah, I'm gonna link everything in the description, and I hope you're gonna enjoy Vessel of Hatred. That's it for me today. I will see you later for more showcase and build. See you.